Our next step is to take the under air dam off of this, and by that is you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 metal bolts and 1, 2, 3 plastic clips. Now, I'm going to remove the dummy covers by pushing from the inside. Push on the plastic clips. That pops out. I've done removed my plastic dummy, and now I'm going to install my fog light. Make sure I got the right one. Yep. These are fairly easy to install. You're going to come in from behind. Take these 2 tabs, line them up with these 2 slots, insert them into place, and take 1 screw from the back side. I got my fog light secured, 1 screw in the back, 2 taps in the slot, that holds it in place. Now I'm ready to put the bezel and run that harness through that opening right there, just like so. Snap it into place. Make sure everybody's snapped in place. All right, now we can move on to the next side. Okay. Get that one out. Run our harness through this opening right here and put this bezel in and snap it in place, just like that. Now we're ready to run our harness. On this particular installation, you have 2 harnesses. This is for your fog lights, and this is for your daytime running lights. We'll run one at a time. This is a fog light harness. And we're going to run our long harness in there first, the one that's going over to the right side. I'll drop that in there right next to the battery. Drop the short end. And then we're going to take our second harness for the LED lights. Do the same thing. Take our long end. Drop him in there. Now, because you have 2 harnesses, you can use the same tie wrap locations for both harnesses once you ran them across. Okay. What I've done here is secured both harnesses together. Now I'm going to tie wrap the harness to the vehicle itself. As you can see here, I got my harness tied up in place. So now I'm able to put my flap back in here and secured it. Got the air dam back in place. Put my bolts back in. And I can move on to the next step. Okay, we are at the point where we need to run our harnesses. We got 2 harnesses to run today. We got a power wire that's going to the battery, and you got a ground. These are your LED, these are your fog lights. They all got to go through the engine compartment, through the firewall, inside. The inside of the vehicle, we've already ran our wires through the firewall. We're fixing to disassemble the lower dash panel. I got the kick panel out of the way, the threshold panel out of the way, and I'm going to install the harnesses and the switches. A couple relays I need to plug in, and then mount the LED control module. So right now I'm going to pull the lower door dash panel off. I already got it unscrewed. because we have two different harnesses, I am going to plug in the fog lights in first. And here you have red on red, gray on gray. Now my T-taps. Connector ID 3D pin 12, pink wire. What I've done here, as you can see, this connector matches this connector here. The wire I'm looking for is pin 12, pink wire. I've located it. T-tap on it. I'm going to take my orange with a black stripe. Make sure your male connector goes right inside. Check both sides, make sure it's in the middle. The next one, pin 39, and we are looking, which is this one right here. Take my green and black, run it behind the plate. Take my male connector, slide it in there, make sure it's all the way in. Then I'm going to connect it back into place. Okay, I'm going to bundle up my excess wire, tie wrap that to an existing harness, secure that, plug that in, and secure my relay to this metal bracket. Alright, on your daytime running lights you have two connectors you must install yourself. In order to get these correctly, if you look at these wires, you have a black with a white stripe and a red with a white stripe. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to place my connector, simulate the connection, identify where the red and white goes, make sure I got it on the right side, push it in all the way. That's it. Now I can go ahead and plug in my connector, and I do the same thing for the next one. On this side you have a solid red and a solid black, no stripes. If you pay close attention to the top of the connector, it has an X for your positive and a minus for your negative. I wrap it to this bracket right here. And now I'm going to mount daytime running light harness. Plug that in. At this point, what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove the battery out of the way so I can ground my wire, my harness. The easiest way to get to the ground point is by taking the battery out of the way. Now, once you install this ground wire, make sure it's out of the way before you put your tray back in. Now we're ready to put the battery back in place.